So everyone, it's Josh from Daddy Built Racing. Today I'm going to show you our 94 Integra 4-door. Give you a little bit more information about the car and all that good stuff. So we'll start up here in the engine bay. It's just, B18C1 GSR, came stock in the car with a little twist. The block got sent out to Lasky Racing in Anaheim for Benson sleeves. It's now 84mm versus the stock 81. Inside it's got 9-to-1 CPs, Potter rods, ARP main studs. It's balanced and blueprinted, ACL bearings. It's got a Moroso pan on the bottom, Type R oil pump. Pretty much all the goodies that you need to hold it together. The top end I bought used off of a guy on Honda Tech. It was done by Pure Tuning here in Ohio. It's port and polished against GSR, port and polished, KMS bronze guide, SuperTech valves, cryo springs retainers, BDL cam gears, typical 3-angle valve job. It's got a Golden Eagle, basically OEM head gasket, Honda intake manifold gasket. It's got the Edelbrock back there. The transmission was built by Mr. Bone. If you've never dealt with Mr. Bone, he is the man to go to for Honda transmissions. It's got Synchrotech carbon coated synchros, M-Factory LSD, M-Factory differential bearings. I think that's pretty much it inside the transmission. I had to replace, like a 3/4 slider hub, but that was just purchased through Synchrotech as well. If you ever, need transmission parts, hit up Dave Henson out there. He's good people. I've dealt with him a couple times, and I've always came away, pretty happy. As you see, the engine bay, it's shaved and tucked. That was all done in-house, and actually that was done in my my shack of a garage at home versus here at the shop. Every seam has been welded and smoothed out. You can't really see. Fast forward over here, that's all been welded. The mounts have been welded in. I'm not trying to rip out motor mounts. I've seen it happen several times to friends' cars. The only thing that could cause that would be this little guy right here. That's just your typical 6262 from Precision. It's the journal bearing. I didn't go ball bearing. There's a hair right there. I didn't go ball bearing just because price difference, not much of a spool difference. The rebuilding cost is night and day, and I've had pretty good luck with journal bearings, so I shouldn't have an issue with this one, and thus far I haven't. The rest of the turbo kit is a Go Autoworks top mount. Go Autoworks made the up pipe, if you want to call it, the dump tube, which exit through that hole right there. It's not the cleanest, but I'm getting carbon fiber hoods, so it'll look a lot better once it's done. Again, Go Autoworks charge piping, HKS blow-off valve, not a knockoff. It's got Ditchwork 1000 cc injectors in it. The Edelbrock fuel rail, Speed Factory 4-bar, Professional Products 68mm. Again, more Go Autoworks parts. What's up, Greg? Catch can. All the hoses in line was bought from Jegs. That stuff's expensive. If you never bought it, it's not cheap. The Aeromotive fuel pressure regulator, Aeromotive fuel filter tucked down back in there. We got the Kim's Custom chassis booster delete kit. Same one that other companies sell for $200+. $120 shipped. Had 2 days later. Other than that, that's pretty much it. I got the CNR fan with the SPAL, or CNR radiator with the SPAL fan back there. Again, our Precision 46mm wastegate. We got the boost solenoid tucked up underneath here. Right now the car made 517 and 340 torque on 17 pounds in pump gas. That's just the beginning. We're going to go 30 plus in race gas and shoot for well over 700. I'll give you, a look at the rest of the car. The dress-up bolts is a courtesy of Ryan at modiction.com. Check them out. I like the way they fit and they look. And again, Ryan, I've dealt with him a couple times, and he's never let me down. He's good people as well. The outside of the car, again, was painted in my shack of a garage, and it's kind of dirty right now. We just had it out racing at Import Face Off, and I haven't washed it since. But that's 2010 Infiniti Midnight Mocha paint. It came out, pretty good. So I'm pretty happy with it. I'm not a big wheel guy. As you can see, those are drags. Yes, they're knockoffs, but I don't think you're going to realize that they're knockoffs when I'm doing 140 miles an hour past you. Inside the car, the cage it's got a 10-point roll cage. That was done by my buddy Andrew Compton at Nux Rod and Customs here in Columbus, Ohio. I'm 6'6" and 280 pounds, so getting in and out of the car was a requirement. I had to be able to, get in and out of the car comfortably as I drive this thing. So the swing out bar was added. The door's locked back there. It's got the gauge bezels here from Quad Pod, and up there I need another gauge. Got a custom switch panel here, courtesy of my neighbor. Everyone's in on the action on this car. And then go back to the trunk. It's got, the relocated battery. This thing's a mess back here. The relocated battery, T1 toggle switch, kill switch. Yes, it passes tech at NHRA tracks, at least mine. We'll see if it does at MIR and at Norwalk later this month and next. Other than that, that's pretty much the gist of the car. It's suspension. You can't really see it, but it's got Skunk 2 lower control arms, Skunk 2 front control arms, ground control, Tony Yellow setup. It's not the best for drag racing, but it works. Oh, I forgot to mention that the clutch in the car is a Comp twin disc with their flywheel, and so far, it's held the power pretty well. It's a little noisy chatter-wise, but once you get past that, it's not too bad. If anyone's wondering how hard it is to drive, I could go pick my kid up at daycare in this car with no problems. I drive it on the street often. A lot of people say, it's a trailer queen because, the exhaust out the hood. That ain't true at all. It's built to be driven, and it gets driven. Shout out to my buddy Chris and Lorenzo at Attention to Details, mobile detailing. Need your car washed and cleaned. These are the men to go to. They do really good work. Other than that, that's pretty much the gist, the car. These are the wheels I use on the track. They are just, Lenzo VPDs with 24.5 by 9 Hoosiers. For what I got in these, I couldn't pass them up. I got the slicks. Hang on, got a call. I got the slicks for less than what people have in a set of lug nuts, and that's no lie. Oh, and another funny thing, since many people don't believe this, I run stock axles. There you see them. AutoZone Specials. These have been abused and abused. I launch at 7,000 RPM on slicks often. I'm at the track usually once a week here in the summer, and here lately I've been trying to go even more. And I beat the balls out of the car, and it holds up, so I can't complain. Anyways, one more thing before I end this. These handprints and feet print are actually my 2-year-old son's, and the daddy built racing. It's not, we're not an official shop. We're not in some big time, organization. There's a group of buddies who hang out, build cars, and go drag racing. But the term was given to me by a kid here in town who had claimed that my father had built my car for me, which, my dad has helped. You know, if I was going to have my dad build me a car, it probably wouldn't have been a 94 Acura Integra 4-door. It would probably been, you know, a Super or something cool. But it kind of had a double meaning once I had my son. And then most of my friends who drag race with me as well also have kids. So there you have it, Daddy Built Racing. The tuning on the car has been done by Steve Wilson at Wilson Tuning in Columbus, Ohio. Steve's, you know, he's one of my best friends. I mean, even if he wasn't, the tuning is, you know, it's pretty good. I can't complain at all about it. The car idles like stock. Drivability's great. Makes good power, and it should see the 10s pretty easily. We had some issues at the last track day where we was bogging. We lost 13 pounds of boost and 5,000 RPM on the first and second shift, so that kind of killed us. We still went, you know, 1160 at 126 on 47-degree track surfaces. So, like I said, with some tuning and tweaking to the suspension and tire pressure and all that good stuff, we should see 10s, and hopefully we see it when we go up to Norwalk June 2nd for the Sport Compact Nationals. I'm not trying to win the class. I don't think I have the car to do that quite yet, but I'm out there trying to break personal goals right now. And who knows, maybe after I turn the boost up, maybe we'll step up to front wheel drive class. Right now I run Force Induction Sport because the car has full interior, tagged registration. Hell, it's even got a car seat most of the time in the back. So I don't know how much more street you get than that. Anyways, I'm gonna end this video, and hope I didn't sound like too much of a nerd or any of that good stuff, and hopefully I see some of you guys out there at the track this year. See you guys later.